Aladdin's Dragons is a 2000 bidding-based board game by Richard Breese. It is a reimplementation of his 1998 game Keydom. Gameplay: each player controls a number of servants. The objective of the game is for each player to obtain as many artifacts as possible by buying them from the Caliph. In addition to being required to win, artifacts have magical powers which the player owning them can use to their advantage. In order to pay the Caliph for artifacts, the players must send servants to search for treasure. The game board is divided into 13 squares, each with a different effect. These in turn are divided into 3 areas. The bottom 4 squares represent the Dragon Caves, the middle 4 represent the town, and the top 5 represent the Caliph's palace. Each player has a set of servant tokens. Each token is marked with a different number representing the power or skill of that servant. All players take turns placing servants in different squares on the board. A player may place several servants in an area, in which case their numeric values are added together. Once all players have placed all their servants, the servants on each square are turned face up, and an effect is generated based on which square is being dealt with. Dragon Caves. Each of the 4 Dragon Caves contains a series of shelves, holding different amounts of treasure. These are generated randomly via cards at the start of each round. The player who sent the highest total value of servants to the cave gets to take all the treasure on the best shelf. The second highest total value takes the second best shelf, and so on. Caliph Guard. The leftmost space of the Caliph's palace is the Caliph's Guard. Any player who has not sent servants to the Caliph's Guard with a total value equal to or greater than the strength of the guard is penalized. All other servants they have placed in the Caliph's palace are thrown out. Caliph's Palace. Each other chamber of the Caliph's palace will hold an artifact. In each chamber, the player who has sent the highest value of servants to the chamber wins the artifact, but must back up his or her bid by paying treasure equal to the value of servants they placed. Town. The 4 spaces in town have certain special effects. At the trading post, the player who sends the highest servant value may swap treasures for those of different types. At Aladdin's shop, players may buy magic spell cards which affect future gameplay. The winner at the DJ's house may use 2 artifacts in a turn, and the winner of the camel train gets to manipulate the order in which players take turns. The game continues for a particular number of rounds, and then the player with the most artifacts is declared the winner.